Good morning, dear learners. Welcome to teaching learning session. In our previous lecture, we discussed about the segmentation, market segmentation and targeting. Right? What was the market segmentation? Market segmentation is when we divide the market, that is the heterogeneous market, into the homogeneous markets. That is division of the as the each and every individual needs and requirements differ, right? There are, suppose there are 100 people and 100 would require the different type of a product. The expectations of 100 people would be different, right? But again, we can form a group of those similar people whose requirements are similar. That is the division of the heterogeneous market into the homogeneous group or homogeneous market is known as the segmentation. We discussed about the segmentation. We discussed about the various dimensions on which we segment the market, right? Like income, age, region, geographically we can divide the market. We discussed about the various variables or the dimension of the segmentation. Then we discussed about the targeting. What is the targeting? That is, targeting is out of those homogeneous markets, when we select or choose the target or the audience or the group whom we want to cater or whom we want to serve or offer our product or these services. That is the target. Target is the group or groups to which or to whom we want to offer our product or the services. Those are known as the target marketing. After target marketing, after selecting the target customers or the target market in other words, you can say an attractive market, it is very important to position your product in the market. Today we'll start with market positioning. What is market positioning? After segmentation of the market, after targeting the market, the important thing is, the next important is market positioning in STP, that is segmentation, targeting and positioning. What is market positioning? Market positioning is, that is when you how could you offer, how could you place your product in the mind of the consumer? That is the positioning. Positioning your product in the mind of the consumer or the customer, that we are there in the market, right? Once the market has been segmented and attractive segments have been identified, the next task is to work within the targeted segment to position the product offering in the minds of the consumer. That is, you have to position the product offering or the product in the minds of the consumer for adoption and derive consumer satisfaction, right? What is market positioning in other words? That is positioning your product offering, that is telling your consumer, right, the type of the product or services you are offering, how your product could satisfy the needs and wants of the consumer. So that is the what is positioning? The positioning is the position of the product offering in the minds of the consumers for adoption and derive consumer satisfaction, right? Product positioning is creation of a clear image in the minds of the consumer within the target segments about the nature of the products, the benefit to be gained from the purchasing of the product, right? So what is product positioning? That is creation of a clear image in the mind of the consumer within the target segment. That is the clear image positioning or position, that is creation of a clear image in the targeted segment or the consumer or the mind of the consumer about the nature of the product and the benefit they will gain from purchasing of the product. Positioning in conveys the information about the products back to the segment for which they are appropriate, right? What is the positioning? Actually, positioning gives the information about the product to the segment or to the consumer for which they are appropriate. So I hope this is clear. What is product positioning? That is placing an image or giving an information of your product to your consumer, to your target consumers, right, about the nature of the product, the benefit they will get from the product, and how the product can satisfy their needs and wants, right? That is the product positioning. We position the product on various themes, right? We have to decide how to position our product. There are the various themes, and the positioning depends on against the positioning against the competitors, positioning on the consumer's desire, that is positioning on the that is the product's performance or the quality, or positioning on the price, positioning against the competitor's product. When we try to position our product as per the, against the competitor's product, that is both implicit and explicit positioning strategies are used against the rival products. That is attributes comparison shown by the cards which highlight their own feature without naming their competitor's name is an example of implicit positioning. And in explicit positioning, the product is positioned by comparing its superior feature with other products. That is when you try to position your product, compare when you are comparing your product with the competitor's product, when you are telling your consumer that how your product differs from the competitor's product, or when you try to position your product against your competitor's product, when you try to frame a image of your product in the mind of the consumer as against the image of their as against the image of your competitor's product, that is known as positioning against the competitor's product. It could be implicit as well as explicit positioning. Implicit positioning is when you highlight the details or highlight the features of your own product without naming your competitor's product, right? That is implicit positioning. When you are highlighting the details, or when you are highlighting the features of your product without naming anyone's else other product, that is implicit positioning. Explicit positioning is when you are comparing your features, superior features with the other product, then that is known as explicit positioning. That is when you that is position against the competitor's product, when you compare your product with the competitor's product, and when you try to frame an image in the consumer's mind that how your product is different from your competitor's mind, from your competitor's product, or how your product is better than your competitor's product, right? Then positioning on the product benefits, that was first one was the position on the competitors, that the positioning on the product benefits, when you try to position or create an image of the product on the basis of the benefits of the product, right? The marketer highlights the benefit of the product to the consumer, how this product could be beneficial for you, right? Like herbal skincare product, focus on the natural ingredients used, no natural ingredient used, or no side effects, and the skin friendly. That is when you try to position, when you try to make an image of your product in the consumer's mind by highlighting the benefits of the product. Like for example, for skincare product, right? Skincare product, for this you have to highlight the benefits of the product. Suppose you are offering a herbal product, then you have to highlight the benefits of the product, like it could be the skin friendly, no side effect, right? Or the natural ingredient used, right? Or other benefits if you have any, right? Then positioning on the price, another is positioning on the price, when you create an image on the basis of price, right? Positioning strategies on the basis of pricing. A brand intends to be one of the cheapest in the market, right? That is we are offering a product that is cheapest in the market when we try to take an advantage on the basis of the price. Suppose a price, I want to purchase something, but not able to purchase it because of its high price, and a competitor is offering a similar type of a product at the lower rate. That is when you try to position your product on the basis of the price. See, when you are positioning your product on the basis of the price, it could be risky. One should be very cautious when you are positioning on the price, right? Right, at times if you are offering your product at lower rate, then it can create an image in the consumer mind that the quality, you might have compromised with the quality, right? Although you might not have, you might have decreased your profits, and by decreasing your profit you would be able to offer the product at the you would be able to offer the product at the lower cost. But again, it could create it could create an impression that the quality, you might have compromised on the quality. That is why you are offering the product at the lower rate. But again, the one should be very cautious. You should not you should be very cautious while offering a product at a cheapest rate, or when you are positioning on the price. It could backfire also, at times it could backfire also, so it is very important to take care. Then ensuring the competitive advantage, the company should build a required differentiation that will support the positioning. See, when you want to position your product, or when you want to create an image of your product in consumers mind, it is very important that you should be able to differentiate your product from your competitive products. How could your product be, how could your product is better than your competitors product, right? Although you are offering a product who you are offering a product at the cheaper rate, right? But again, if you have compromised on the quality, what if you have compromised on the quality, right? Right, so it is very important that you should be able to differentiate on the basis of the, you should be able to differentiate your product from the competitor's product. A successful differentiation and positioning centers on the competitive advantage that has been created by a firm over a period of time. Competitive advantage is company's ability to perform in one or more ways to attract the competitors cannot or will not match. Practically, one will have few companies enjoy sustainable competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is how your product is different from your competitors. It could be on the basis of price, it could be on the basis of quality, right? You could be the first one who had introduced something in the market. So it is very important that you should highlight the product, or how your product highlights the um, highlight your products, right? And how your products are different, how your product are different from the competitors product, right? So it is very important, right? If you are able to do that, then you will have a competitive advantage, right? So I hope this is clear. What is positioning? We discussed about the STP, that is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. These are very important, that is division of homogeneous heterogeneous market into homogeneous group, and selection of the one or more than one homogeneous group whom you want to offer your product, that is targeting. And positioning, after selecting your target audience or the target group, it is very important to create an image of your product in their mind, that is the position your product among the target audience. That is positioning, is what that positioning is, creating an image of your product in the target consumer's mind, right? Now we'll discuss about the consumer behavior. In our last lecture, we discussed that consumer behavior plays an important role in marketing. What is consumer behavior? Consumer behavior can be defined as those acts of individuals or consumers directly involved in obtaining, using, and disposing of economic goods and the services, including the decision process that precede and determine these acts. Consumer behavior, what is the consumer behavior? The act of the consumers, right? Act of the consumers who are directly involved in either obtaining the product, using that product, or disposition of economic goods or the services. And it includes the decision processes is that how a consumer decides whether he wants to purchase that product, whether he needs a product or not, and what are the factors on the basis of which he decides which product he wants to buy, right? So it includes the decision processes that proceeds and determine these acts. The decision processes which determine the act of obtaining, using, and disposing of the product, right? Consumer behavior of the consumer, how consumer decides whether the consumer needs, whether the consumer should obtain, how, whether he needs a product or not, how to obtain a product, which products he wants to use or obtain, how to use it, and when to dispose that product, right? So it involves consumer behavior, includes or defined as those acts of individual or consumers directly involved in obtaining, using, disposing of services and goods, and it includes the decision process that precedes the determining these acts. Consumer behavior and its importance for the marketer, it is very important. See, that is the consumer behavior, the decision of consumer plays an important role, right? What product he needs, when to purchase that product, how to purchase that product, that includes that is the decision process, and it plays an important role. The consumer behavior plays an important role in marketing, and it is very important for the marketer. Consumer behavior is helpful in understanding the purchasing behavior and preferences of the different consumer. That is what the consumer prefers to consume, or what is the purchasing behavior of the consumer, right? So it is helpful in understanding the purchasing behavior and preferences of a different consumer. To successfully market to different market segment, the marketing manager needs appropriate marketing strategy, which he can design only when understand the factor which accounts for these differences in consumer behavior and taste. See, um, it is very, they see, you can divide, it is very important to successfully market to a different segment, to successfully market your product to the different segment. The marketing manager, it is very important for the marketing manager to need appropriate marketing strategies, right? Through which he can design only when he can only design those marketing strategies, appropriate marketing strategies to position or to approach the market, to approach the target, when only he is able to understand the factor or the differences of the consumer behavior or the preferences or the taste of the consumers, right? So it is very important for the marketer to understand, first to understand the needs, the wants, the preferences, and the purchase behavior of the consumer before approaching or before making a marketing strategies to approach to a target market, right? Then only you can approach to after understanding the consumer behavior, their needs, their preferences, you can approach to that market segment, right? So see, this is the process of behavior. Marketing stimuli are there, other stimuli are there, right? Then these stimuli leads to the consumer psychology, consumer characteristics, and this will lead to the buying decision and the purchasing decision. Marketing stimuli, that is the product marketing stimuli like product and services, price, distribution, communication, all this plays an important role. The product type of the product or services you are offering, right? At what price you are offering that product, that is important. Distribution, how easily your product is available in the market. Then the communication, how effectively you have communicated about your services or product to the market, to the consumer. These are the marketing stimuli which plays an important role in purchasing decision, right, of the consumer, right? The other stimuli like the economic stimuli, if they are earning well, if their income is good, right? Then the consumer decision, then it plays in, then they might behave differently. If the economic conditions are not good, then then they might behave differently. So the economic condition plays an important role. Technology plays an important role. With the advancement of the technology, at times we feel like we should discard the previous product and should purchase a new product, like in case of electronic goods like phone, smart watches, right? With the advancements of the technology, with the enhancement, or with when they add some new feature, people try to get new product, and they prefer to purchase a new product and discard the older product, right? So technology plays an important role, politics and culture plays an important role. All these stimuli leads to the consumer psychology, that is motivation. At times it motivates the consumer to purchase the product, right? Perception, it might change their perception is your thinking, right? It might have impact the perception, right? And then it will impact the learning and the behavior, learning and memory of the consumers. Then it impacts the consumer characteristics, cultural, social and the personal. Cultural characteristics, social characteristics and the personal characteristics, whether this is allowed in our culture, is it permissible in our society, can we do it in our society, and my personal characteristics, whether I personally need that, like that, or don't like that, right? So all these marketing stimuli, other stimuli leads to the consumer psychology and the characteristics, and these leads to the buying decision. Buying decision is the problem blind. The first step of the decision process is problem recognition, that is whether I need this product, yes I need this product, or I don't need this product or the services, that is the problem recognition. It is very important that you should recognize the problem, that whether I need it or not. The problem, it leads to the problem recognition. Then the information search. Then when once a problem has been recognized and analyzed, right, and then people search for the information about their product, or what could be there, what solutions are available for their problem, right? Then evaluation of the alternative. Now you might have got 10 alternatives, 10 solutions for your problem. Now you evaluate on the alternatives, evaluation of alternative, whether I should buy a product of the A company, or the B company, or C company, or from if A company is offering a three product, for the offering a three product, whether I should go for with this, or should I go with some other company's product. That is evaluation of the alternative. It could be on the basis of the price, it could be on the basis of the distribution, it could be on the basis of the communication, there could be the various ways. Then after evaluating the alternative, purchase decision is see evaluation of alternative. Then you make a decision about the purchases, what whether you want to purchase that product, and if you want to purchase a product or the services, what with which company would you like to go, right? We like whether you would like to purchase a product of a company, or a B company, or a C company, right? Again it depends on the it depends on your information search, reviews. You might have get the reviews or other things from others. Then the post purchase behavior. Then post purchase behavior matters a lot, because this post purchase behavior can turn your consumer or the customer into the loyal customer, right? Post purchase behavior is whether the consumer is satisfied your product or the services, or whether he is getting after sales services or the required help, right? If technical help is required, or if any other type of help is required, whether they are able to get the post purchase help, or the post purchase behavior plays an important role. So buying decision. Then the purchase decision, right? Purchase decision. After this buying decision process, they decide, go with the purchases, that is the product choice, brand choice, dealer choice, purchase amount, purchase timing, and payment mode, right? All these are the purchase decision. Whether you would like to what type of a product choice, what with which product you would like to go, brand choice, with which brand would you like to go, dealer choice, with from whom you would buy to would you from whom you would prefer to buy that product. Then the purchase amount, price plays an important role. At what time will you purchase that product? At the time of say some festive season, or when there will be some off, or will be declared, or the payment methods, what will be your payment methods, right? So all this plays an important role, all this as consumer behavior. This is buying purchasing decision, right? Like purchasing decision, the psychological factors includes that the beliefs and attitudes of the consumer. What are the beliefs of the consumer? Attitude is what the perception of an individual towards something or some event, that is the attitude. What are the beliefs, the attitude, the beliefs, the perception plays an important role. The demographic factor and the life cycle stages plays an important demographic factor. We discussed about the demographic factor in our last lecture. The life cycle stages plays an important role. Education and occupation of the consumer plays an important role. How educated the consumer is, or what is the occupation of the customer, whether they need it or not. Then the income plays an important role in decision, right? Personality of an individual plays an important, and the lifestyle as the psychological factor which product plays an important role, right? What is the product decision? A product may be thought of as anything that can be offered to the target market to satisfy the needs or want of the product, it could want of the consumer, right? What is a product? Product could be anything which could satisfy, which could be offered to the consumer or the target market to satisfy the needs or a want of the market. Your phone, your water bottle, right? Or a glass, or a paper, even a paper or a pen, right? A product or anything offered, which can be offered to the target market to satisfy the needs, right? A product is a combination of several characteristics. It is a combination of several characteristics, and includes both physical and psychological. How people actually perceive or feel about the product is as important as the actual characteristics of the product. See, it is very important that there are several that product is a combination of several characteristics. The physical characteristics of a product matters a lot, right? But then again, this psychological characteristics plays an important role. Psychological characteristics is how people perceive or feel about the product, and and the product is important as actual characteristics of the product. How people actually perceive or feel about the product, and it is as important as the actual characteristics of the product. What do you see? Two companies are offering a water bottle, right? Milt and some say X company and Y company. And X company is a well-known company because they market their product, they position their product, right? And the Y company is a new company, right? So how people perceive about your product is more important, or is as important as the physical characteristics of the product, right? So it is very important, right? Then the product level is why planning a product or service offering, the marketers need to consider the five level, right? Each level adds additional customer value, right? Right, the core benefit, the benefit or the services the customer is really buying, that is the core benefit. It is very important that while you are marketing your product, or while you are offering your product, the marketer needs to consider the five product level. That is, the first is the core benefit. The core benefit is the benefit or the services that customer is really buying, like a water bottle. Water bottle, why do we need a water bottle? We all need. That is the core benefit of the product. The basic product, the core benefit turned into the basic product. Expected product, the set of attribute buyer generally expect when they purchase a particular product. Suppose if I am purchasing a water bottle, what extra, that is, I want to that I want to carry a water or something else, some liquid in that, right? What is that? Is the core benefit of the product of, or that is the basic product, right? Expected. What is the expected product? Expected product is set of attributes a buyer generally expects. What I expect, if I am that it should keep a cold thing, cold and a hot as a hot, right. So that this is the expected what a consumer actually expects from that product, right. Attributes a buyer generally expects when they purchase a particular product, right. And augmented product is one that exceeds the consumer's expectations. Augmented product is what, suppose if I am expecting something from I have purchased a product and I am expecting something that is the from the product, that is the expected product, right. But augmented product is when exceeds the consumer's expectation. Oh, even this is offering this thing, this product has this feature also. Okay, well, augmented product is the feature or the something which has been offered by the product beyond the expectations of consumer. That is the augmented product. Potential product includes all possible changes and transformation of the product may undergo in the future. That is the potential product, right. Product classification. What is product classification? Product can be classified on the basis of such characteristics as durability, tangibility, or usage. Right? According to the product, product can be classified on the basis of usage as consumer product or industrial product. See, we can divide the product. We can classify the product into on the basis of the characteristics such as on the basis of durability, how durable that product is, right. Tangibility or the usage, right, right. So on the basis of usage, we can divide the product into two: the consumer product and the industrial product. Consumer product. What are the consumer product? Consumer goods are those goods which are used ultimately by the consumer or the household, or in such form that can be used without any further commercial processing. That is the consumer product. What is the consumer product? Consumer products are those products which are used by the end consumer or ultimately by the consumer or the household, right. Or without any, or the product which can be used without any further commercial processing, right. Those products are known as consumer products. Example, butter, right. When it has been used by the consumer directly without any further commercial processing, then that is known as the consumer product, right. That is the consumer product. Products can be classified into three on the basis of durability and tangibility, right. See, we have divided the product on the basis of durability, tangibility, and the usage. On the basis of usage, we have divided it into the consumer products and the industrial product. Consumer products are those products which can be used by the consumers directly without any further commercial processing, right. Now we can divide this consumer product into three categories, that is on the basis of durability and the tangibility. That is consumer non-durable products or the goods, consumer durable goods, and the services. Consumer non-durable goods. Non-durable goods are tangible goods that are normally consumed in one or few uses. Non-durable, that is, you have to consume, are tangible goods which you have to consume in one or few uses. Those are known as non-durable goods. They get depleted with consumption, right. They are generally purchased frequently, consumed quickly, and without making an efforts or without making much efforts or as an habit. Those are known as consumer non-durable goods. See, consumer non-durable goods, these goods are non-durable. You cannot keep it for the long. You have to consume it within a stipulated time. That is normally consumed in one or few uses. That is the non-durable goods, and these non-durable goods are the tangible goods, and these goods get depleted with consumption. That is, you have to purchase it again once you have consumed it finished. After consumption, it's get depleted. Then again, if you need it again, you have to purchase it again, right? That it get depleted with consumption. These are generally purchased frequently. These are purchased frequently, consumed quickly, and without. And when you purchase it or consume it, they are consumed or purchased frequently without making much efforts or as a habit. They are repeat purchases once the consumer is satisfied. Marketer needs to ensure the easy availability of these products. These should be inexpensive and advertise heavily to induce purchase. As a result, build up brand preferences and brand loyalty. See, example are the soaps, salts, right? Soft drinks, bread, and eggs, and other daily use products are the consumer non-durable products. So, consumer non-durable products. Once again, consumer non-durable products are those products which are they are the tangible products. They are normally consumed in a few one or a few usage, right? They get depleted after consumption, right? uh, uh, um, these are generally purchased frequently and consumed quickly and without making much efforts, right? These products are purchased repeatedly once the consumer is satisfied with those products, right? The consumer prefer to purchase that product once the consumer gets satisfied, right? So for this, it is very important that marketers should ensure the easy availability of the product, because of the characteristic, they want to purchase that product without making much efforts, right? They want to take that product or purchase that product without making much effort. So it is the responsibility of the marketer to ensure the easy availability of the product. They should be a purchase in price inexpensively, because purchaser frequently or the consumer frequently purchases it. If it will be expensive, the consumer will not prefer to purchase it frequently. So it should be price inexpensive, and they should be advertised heavily, right? These products should be advertised heavily to induce the purchase, right? And as to a purchase, and as a result build a brand preference. When you advertise a product heavily, right, and if that product is a consumer durable product, then it will create a brand preference like Maggie, right? And the brand loyalty. When you advertise heavily about a product, right, it will induce a purchase and it will result a brand loyalty and the brand preferences. An example of the consumer non-durables are the sugar, soft drinks, or the butter, or other daily uses things. Consumer durable goods. These are the tangible goods that survive many uses. You can keep these product for a longer duration, that survive a longer uses, right? These require one personal selling, and the services command higher margin and require after sale services and seller guarantee. Durable goods are, right, these are the tangible goods and survive longer for many uses. This requires more personal selling. Personal selling is required, right? Because it costs more. That they could be the expensive one, and you have to personally tell the feature, personally convince the consumer about the product. So it requires more personal selling and these services, right? It commands higher margin because it survives many uses. People don't prefer to purchase it again and again, so it commands higher margin. You have to keep the margins high, and it requires after sale services and the service guarantee. It could be, that is, durable goods like refrigerator, geysers, water purifier, televisions, machines, etc. Right? All these are the consumer durable goods. That is, these goods that they survive many uses. Right? Personal selling is required. right? Because you have to tell how your product is different from the, because their personal selling is required, because the salesperson, it is the responsibility of the salesperson to tell how this product could satisfy the needs and services of the consumer, and how your product is different from others product, right? And this command the higher margins because it survives many uses, and it requires after sales services and the sales guarantees. Next is services. Services are intangible, perishable, variable, and inseparable product. They normally require more quality control, supplier credibility, and adaptability. Example is legal advices, or the beauty care, or car servicing, etc. Right? So services or insurance services, all these are the intangible, perishable, variable, and inseparable product, right? They are normally require more quality control and supplier credibility. From whom we would like to take these services? Those who are credible, right, and adaptable. Next could be the convenience goods. Consumers usually purchase the convenience good frequently, immediately, without spending much efforts. Example, soap, newspaper, bread, butter, all these are the convenience good. Convenience goods, what are the convenience good? Convenience goods are those goods which consumer usually purchases frequently and immediately, right? Without spending much efforts. Suppose I want to purchase a soap or a bread. These are the convenience goods. I'll not go to the 10 shops and will inquire about the bread rate or the bread price and then I'll purchase it. No. What the consumer will do? Consumer convenience goods, consumer purchases the convenience good frequently and without much efforts, right? Then the shopping goods. Then the second is the shopping goods. What are the shopping goods? Purchases of shopping goods involves a considerable time and efforts on the part of the consumer. Like convenience good is the consumer don't want to put much efforts or their time on the convenience good. They purchase it immediately. But the shopping goods involves a considerable time. They want to the consumer wants to put a considerable time and efforts on the before purchasing the goods, right? They prefer to spend some time, right, or efforts before making a purchase. Consumer typically compare and contrast various available options, right, such as the suitability, quality, price, styles during the purchase product. Example is furniture, clothing, automobile, or other major appliances. These are the shopping goods. Image convenience goods. Convenient goods. If I want to purchase a bread or a butter or a egg, right? I'll not prefer to I'll not prefer to put much time or much efforts on purchasing the convenience good. Shopping goods is I would prefer to put in some considerable time and efforts, right, and efforts before making a purchase, right? Because I would prefer to compare and the contrast the various available options, right? Like available options, like I would like to compare on the basis of the quality, on the basis of the price or the style or the suitability or the sustainability, right? Example of shopping goods could be your clothings or your furnitures or the automobiles, right, or other electronic gadget could be this. Now the specialty goods. These goods have unique attributes or brand identification for which a sufficient number of buyers are willing to make a special purchasing efforts, right? When that is specialty goods. Specialty goods are those goods when you want to purchase something special, you will prefer or willing to make you will prefer to spend a sufficient time before making some efforts before making that decision. Example, if you want to purchase some luxury goods, right, or like watches, right? Or some home theater or something else which is of specialty goods, right? Then you will prefer to identify, that is you will prefer to purchase, you will prefer to invest time, a considerable time and efforts before making that purchase in the specialty goods, right? Specialty goods are those goods which have the unique attributes or brand identification, right? Which have some unique attributes and identification, and a consumer will prefer to invest time and efforts before making a purchases of specialty goods. Specialty goods includes the luxury products or the other things like this. Then the unsought goods, these are the goods about which buyers are not aware or normally do not think of buying. Typical examples are the reference book, insurance, encyclopedia. Unsought goods require intense advertising and personal selling. What are the unsought goods? These are the goods which buyers are not aware or normally do not think of purchasing that product. Hardly anyone thinks to purchase encyclopedias. People hardly know the use of encyclopedias, right? Reference books or other things like this, right? They are not aware or they are not think of purchase that those type of a product. Those products are known as the unsought goods, and these type of a product require the intense advertising. That is, you have to position your product, right? That you, it is very important that people should aware about that product, the usage of that product, and it requires an intense advertising and the public or the personal selling. Next is next type of good. We have divided the goods on the basis of usage into two. That is the consumer goods and the industrial good. Consumer good. Then we divided the consumer goods into durable products, non-durable product, and the services. Right. Then further we have divided the consumable product into the unsought goods, specialty goods, shopping goods, and the convenience goods. Right. Now, industrial goods. What are the industrial goods? Industrial goods are primarily sold to the business and the industries for use in manufacturing of other goods, for providing some services. The goods which has been sold to other industries or the businesses, right? And they use it for the manufacturing of the other goods, right? Then those goods are known as the industrial goods. Like the industrial goods includes like material parts, component, machinery, consumable items like ball bearings, right? Used in the fans or the machineries or in all the machineries. So these are the tires, right? These are the industrial goods, right? All these are the industrial goods. Industrial goods can be classified in terms of how they enter the manufacturing process and their relative cost. There are three groups of industrial goods, that is the material and parts, capital items, supplier, and business services. So we can divide the industrial goods into three, that is materials and parts, then the capital items, and supplier and business services, right? Material and parts, that material and parts which has been used by the other manufacturer to produce a new product. And then the capital items that sometimes you need finances to run a business. Then the business services, the services which has been provided to the business, those are known as the business services. So we can divide it into three. Product differentiation. See, in order to be branded, the product needs to be differentiated. It is important that we should differentiate the product, right? Marketer always looking for a near dimension to be able to differentiate the product. Product differentiation is what? That is how your product is different from others' product. It is very important. It is why should I buy your product? How your product is different from the other's product, right? Suppose if my product is costlier than my customers, than my competitors product, then why your product is costlier than your consumer, that is your competitors product? How different your product is from your competitors product? That is product differentiation, right? It is very important. That is, the product differentiation is required to be branded, right? When you want to create a brand, it is very important that your product should be differentiated. Product needs to be differentiated in order to be branded, right? If you want to create a brand, then your product should be differentiated or different from the others product. Marketer are always looking for a newer dimension to able to differentiate the product. Like your product could be different in form, in shape, in size, in color, or other physical structure, or your product could be different in terms of features or attributes or utilities. Your product could be different in terms of performance quality, right? Basic level at which products primarily characteristics operate, or it could be on the basis of the conformance quality, right? Or the durability. Your product could be different on the basis of the durability, that is the expected life under normal or stressful condition. It could be different reliability, the measure of profitability of that product will not malfunction or fail within the specified time period. Reliability, repairability, ease of fixing of the product. It could be, your product could be different on the basis of the style, right? Style, you can differentiate your product on the basis of the design, right? It is totality of the feature that affect how your product looks and these services. So you can differentiate your product on many aspects. Like you can differentiate your product on the basis of the form, on the basis of the size or the color or other physical attributes, right? You can differentiate your product on the basis of the utilities. You can differentiate your product on the basis of the performance quality, right? You can conformance quality, that is that you can differentiate your product on the basis of the durability, that is a measure of product expected life under normal or stressful condition, right? Suppose if I am purchasing something which is costlier, right? That how durable that product is, right? How will it perform under normal or stressful condition? Reliability, that is measure of profitability of that product will not malfunction or fail within the specified time period. How reliable that product is, right? Or the repairability of the product, how easy to fix that product, or the style is the overall look of the product or the feel to the buyer, right? Or you can differentiate your product on the basis of the design or the services. Now, product line decision. It is very important. What is product line decision? A product or product item refers to a specific product or brand, right? Like Apple or Samsung smartphone. What is a product? A product item product or a product item refers to a specific product or a brand, right? That is a product. A specific product like a phone, right? A watch, a smartwatch, right? There are companies who offer many products for a reason such as to gain more market share or profit or both. Product strategy involve having a single product or more than one product. In this regard, a product line is a term used to describe a group of closely related products, right? What is a product? A single product, a product item, right? Or a single product refers to a product, right? That is a product. And when companies prefer to offer, some companies offer more than many products, right? They offer products just to gain more market or profit or both, right? And what is the product line, right? Product line is the term used to describe a group of closely related product, right? Closely related product are known as product line, right? Example, HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited offers its product line that includes the personal care products, right? Product line includes a personal care product, that is products that are closely related. Product line is what? Product line describes a group of closely related product, right? Beauty care product, like your sunscreens, or your mm, other creams, like your uh, creams, or summer creams, or your those soaps, right? And other beauty care products, right? These forms are lined a beauty, that is a personal care product. A personal care product, it includes a line. This is known as a product line. Product line is what? Product line is a group of closely related product, like soap, right? Then your creams, right? Then your other beauty products, like your other say lipsticks, nail paints, and other things. There are many other things, personal care products, right? It includes many other things, so this is known as a product line, right? HUL does have other product line, that is food or refreshment to home care, etc. Then next could be like a personal care product. Then another line, product line could be of food, right? Closely related food product, that is the dairy product, right? It includes your butter, your ghee, cheese, cottage cheese, and other dairy products, right? And that is the food could be this. Then there could be other kitchen product line, could include the kitchen products, kitchen care products, like different type of the kitchenwares, that forms a product line, right? That is a closely related. So what is a product? Product is a single product which satisfy the need of the consumer, right? Specific product is known as the product, and the group of closely related product is known as the product line, right? Product system as a group of different but related products that function in a compatible and consistent manner, like PC. Product lines come with attachable heads, set keyboards, camera, presentation projectors, and the voice recorders, etc. So, what is product system? A system. What is a product? Now we understand what is product line. Another term comes is a product system. What is product system? Product system is a group of different but related products, right? They are compatible to each other, they function in compatible and consistent manner. They are compatible, they enhances the uh, uh, um, uh, uh, capabilities of the other, that right? They function in compatible and the consistent manner. Those products are known as the product system. Now what is product mix and the product assortment, right? We'll discuss about the product mix and the product assortment in our next lecture, right? But what is product mix? Product mix is also called as the product assortment, is the set of all product or items that a particular seller offers, right? That is known as the product mix or the product assortment. Usually we say na, the assortment of the product was very good. That is what is the assortment, the product which a seller offers to the consumer, right? The product assortment is the set of all products that are products and the items that a particular seller offers, that is known as the product mix or the assortment. Suppose if I go to some X store, and that store offers me a product ranges from the that is the from kitchenware to say to furniture to some other type of the product, from beauty product. They offer me the beauty products or the kitchen products or the other food product, that is known as the product mix. The product mix or the product assortment is set of all products and the items that a particular seller offers. A company product mix has certain width, length, depth, and consistency. What is product width, product length, depth, and consistency? We'll discuss about this in our next lecture. Today we discussed about today we discussed about positioning of the product. It is very important to position the product. Positioning is what? Creating an image of your product in uh, consumers mind. That is known as the positioning of the product. After segmented the market, after targeting your market, right, it is very important to position your product in the target audience or the target consumers. Then we discussed about the consumer behavior. It is very important for the marketer to understand the consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is what? How a consumer decides and behaves about the product, how the consumer decides whether he wants a product, a particular product or not, and after deciding whether if he needs a product, what all are the factors which impacts the decision, the purchasing decision of the consumer, right? It is very important that marketers should be aware about the purchasing decision of the behavior, purchasing decisions or the behavior of the uh, consumers. Then we discussed about today we discussed about the consumer products. That is the product. We discussed about the product classification, right? The types of the product or the product decision. That is the product level. We discussed about the product level. What is the product? We discussed about what is the product, what are the level of the products, right? And what is the product class. We discussed about the product classification. We can classify the product on the basis of tangibility, on the process of durability, on the basis of usage. We divided on the basis of usage. We divided the product into industrial product and the consumer product. Then we divided the consumer product on the basis of durability and the tangibility. That is the consumer durable product, consumer non-durable product, and the services. Similarly, we have divided the industrial product, right? And then we discussed about product differentiation. What is product differentiation and why product differentiation is important? Then we discussed about the what is product line and product line decision. What is the product line? Product line is a group of all related product, is known as the product line. And in our next lecture we'll discuss about the product mix or the product assortment. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.